Good morning, and welcome to another edition of From the Desk of Dan White. We usually start these videos with a market update, and we have a lot to talk about. After several months, President Trump officially nominated a new Fed chief. As you know, him and current Chairman Jerome Powell have been feuding for 6 to 9 months. They filed criminal charges against Chairman Powell. Him and Trump have been going back and forth. Trump wants lower interest rates, and he's threatened to fire Powell several times, and the legality of that is in question. But long story short, he did come out, and he officially nominated Kevin Warsh to replace Jerome Powell as chairman of the Federal Reserve. And when this happened, the markets didn't wait for confirmation to react. Gold crashed, silver crashed, the banks rallied, and traders are just kind of scrambling to understand the new playbook. Kind of an interesting selection because everybody figured Trump would just nominate somebody, kind of a puppet that would do whatever President Trump told him. And Warsh is not that guy. He's a lawyer. He's a former investment banker. He spent his career at Morgan Stanley in the mergers and acquisition trenches, viewing the economy through the lens of deals, contracts, and market psychology. He previously served as the youngest governor in Fed history from 2006 to 2011. And he was there. He was on the board during the 2008 financial crisis. And why it matters, he doesn't have a PhD. Expect a Fed that relies less on academic staff forecasts and more on real-time market signals. But the big question is he a hawk or is he a dove? Does he favor high rates, high interest rates, or low rates? And here's kind of what people think. You know, he's going to be a dove on rates, right? Warsh plans to cut interest rates, but not for the usual reasons. He believes the Fed can cut rates to encourage capital investments without overheating prices. But at the same time, he wants to be the hawk on the balance sheet to clean up. While cutting rates, he wants to aggressively shrink the Fed's $6 trillion balance sheet. He thinks the Fed is way too bloated, and he wants to get it back. In plain English, he wants to make borrowing cheaper for businesses with lower rates while forcing Wall Street to stand on its own 2 feet without the Fed acting as a constant backdrop. So quantitative tightening. I mean, maybe, just maybe, we'll get the adult in the room that says you can't just spend money like drunken sailors. The market's reaction was immediate and violent. They already are calling it the Warsh effect. Gold and silver were the losers. Gold collapsed 15%. Silver went down 31% in one day. Why? Because gold bugs have long bet that the Fed would eventually monetize the U.S. debt, and Warsh's nomination signals a rejection of that path. The winners, bank stocks, major banks saw their stocks rally. So they think banks will do better if higher interest rates go into effect. So it remains to be seen what the impact of this will be, but it was big news. And we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. Meanwhile, in the general economy, there's still cracks out there. I mean, GDP is going to come in very strong for the fourth quarter, but spending is slowing down. There's an increasing number of job cuts. So and economic data continues to paint a picture of a somewhat stagnant U.S. economy. So, you know, nobody knows where the market's going to go. We're near all-time highs, but I would caution everybody to just be cautious. It looks good, but there are some cracks out there, and the debt's always in the back of everybody's mind as well. You know, because right now 25 cents of every tax dollar collected pays interest on our current debt, and that's not sustainable. So hopefully there will be an adult in the room and it'll rein in the government spending. So that's kind of it for the market update. We added a new feature a couple months back called the Dan White & Associates mailbag. Question we get from clients all the time: what if something happens to me? Is my spouse protected if I die first? How do I make sure my kids inherit smoothly? Do I need a trust, or is a will enough? And the answer is, It depends. I mean, it's a situation. It's unique to everybody's situation. Is your spouse protected? We usually try to set up income that will continue for either spouse. We factor that into our analysis. So usually if you work with us, yes, your spouse is going to be in good shape if something happens to you. As far as inheriting money smoothly, again, we're sticklers on keeping beneficiaries updated. Make sure the estate documents are in good order. So yeah, if you work with us, we probably have been thorns in your side to get those things in place. And do you need a trust, or is a will enough? And again, that's really depends on your unique situation. I mean, I think if you have property in multiple states, a trust might be warranted. A second marriage, if you're concerned about how the assets are going to be split, a trust can be warranted. Obviously, any special needs situation or spendthrift situations with a kid might have a gambling or an addiction problem or special needs, again, a trust could be warranted. But for a lot of people, we can pass the assets via beneficiaries, via transfer on death, and a will is probably good enough for a lot of people. So, again, you want to talk to us about what makes sense for your individual situation. All right, upcoming events. We have two. We have our ladies referral event. It's going to be a sudsational soiree. It's going to take place on Thursday, March the 26th at the Buff City Soap Pine Creek from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Ladies out there, we want you to come and bring a referral. Learn how to make bath bombs and soap while enjoying lunch. Registration is now live, and you can register online using the link in this email or by calling our events coordinator, Chris, at our office. And it's not too early. I know there's still a lot of snow on the ground. Never too early to be thinking about golf, right? Our 18th annual golf outing will take place on Monday, May the 18th at DuPont Country Club's Brantwyn Estate. We wanted to get this out early. Last year, we had some guys that couldn't make it because they had planned golf trips and that kind of thing. So registration is now live. And for more information or on how to register, again, please contact Chris. And if anyone is interested in sponsoring this outing, we have many sponsor packages available. Last year, our sponsorships really carried the day as far as raising money for our nonprofit. We also have a client event survey attached to the email. So listed in your email is a quick survey that we would really appreciate you to fill out. It helps us plan future client events based on what interests you the most. I mean, we try and come up with ideas. It only takes a couple minutes. Your feedback helps us create experiences that you will truly enjoy. I think one of our favorites is always a box at the Phillies game. Mainly because the Phillies have been pretty good the last couple of years. Who knows if that will continue. But we want to get your feedback on what you like to do. Tax season. We are into tax season. It's approaching very rapidly. It's time to start thinking about filing. So please note, for those of you who have managed accounts with us, your Charles Schwab 1099s, you can expect to receive those by the end of this month. I have two accounts with Schwab. One they say will be available mid-month and one probably not to the end of the month. So sit tight on your 1099s. And Kevin Igo, our tax accountant, is now taking appointments. So if you want to get some tax guidance or tax return preparation, please contact Caitlin for more information and to schedule a time with Kevin. You know, another thing I just want to bring up is it's come to my attention in the past couple of weeks. You know, it's interesting. We have had clients come in and say, oh, I've been talking to other planners because I guess they don't consider us planners. And then on the flip side, we've had prospects come in that we've met at seminars and they become clients because they feel that we do planning above and beyond what their current advisor does. So I thought it'd be worthwhile just to run down a list of our services just so everybody's aware of everything we do. We do financial planning and wealth accumulation. We do retirement planning. That will include retirement income planning, setting up income streams, Social Security strategies, how and when to claim Social Security. Perhaps we can find you some more money in Social Security benefits you're totally unaware of. Life insurance, you know, we'll reevaluate any life insurance you have, you know, to see if we can improve upon that. Then we do portfolio management, including legacy planning, how to pass money on to your loved ones, asset protection, how do we protect the assets and the wealth that you've accumulated, tax planning, including Roth conversion analysis, And then Medicare planning. We get a lot of people in here that want to do Medicare, but they want to avoid the IRMA, the income-related monthly adjustment, and against partial Roth conversions in coordination with that. We do all of those things. And a lot of people have told us that they consider us holistic planners because we do so many things that other people don't do. So I just want to make everybody aware. And if you do have questions about any aspect of your financial plan, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Lastly, we have Google reviews. We certainly appreciate the reviews people have given us. But if you have a Gmail account and you haven't given us a Google review, you can leave one for Middletown, for Andrew and Dan in Middletown. You can leave one for us in Glen Mills, or you can leave one for the experience you've had at our Lewis, Delaware office as well. And lastly, as a reminder, our offices will be closed on Monday, February the 16th in honor of President's Day. And we hope you enjoy your day off if you're still working, because President's Day is a holiday. And we truly want to wish everybody, if you haven't gotten a gift yet for that significant other, have a great Valentine's Day this weekend. And hopefully by the next time we talk, this snow will be off the ground and we'll be thinking baseball. Have a great week, everyone.